My mom didn't even blink at dinner when she said, "You're not even half the woman your sister is, Lena." The room tilted. My dad just kept cutting his steak. And my sister, Chloe, she smirked. It felt like being slapped with every year I'd stayed quiet to keep this family peaceful. So I finally said, "Cool, then Chloe can start paying your mortgage." Silence. Forks in midair. My dad whispered, "Mortgage? What mortgage?" In that moment, I realized it wasn't just disrespect. They'd erased me. If you were me in that chair, am I the asshole? Or is this where revenge finally starts? Tell me in the comments and hit subscribe if you've ever been the forgotten one. I grew up as the background character in my own family, and I didn't even realize how bad it was until I got older and started watching it like a movie in my head. If you've ever been the quiet one, you'll understand this way too well. My name's Lena, and in my house, there were only two roles that mattered: star and support. My sister Chloe was the star. I was everything else. On paper, my life looks fine. I've got a steady job in finance, I show up on time, I pay my bills. I'm the person people hand their mess to when they panic about numbers. Spreadsheets love me. They're predictable. They line up. They balance. Real life never did that for me. In real life, especially under my parents' roof, everything was tilted toward Chloe. Every Friday night, I'd drive back to my parents' place in the suburbs, like I was clocking in for a shift I never applied for. My dad always said, "This family has a seat for you, don't leave it empty." Half joking, half warning. My mom would text me if I was 5 minutes late. Family first. What she didn't say out loud, but showed me over and over, was Chloe first. The second I walked in, I stopped being a grown woman and went right back to being the invisible kid. My mom would be at the stove, acting stressed and dramatic, over the same roast chicken she's made for 20 years, and my dad would be pouring wine like we were about to film a commercial for Perfect Families. Then Chloe would arrive, heels clicking like a soundtrack, laughing loud, hugging people like a politician on a campaign trail. The whole energy in the room would shift toward her like gravity. And me? I'd be the one setting the table, straightening forks, making sure the glasses were clean. I blended right into the background, like part of the furniture that occasionally answered questions about work. I'd talk a little about my projects, how my team hit a deadline, how my manager trusted me with a big account, and my mom would smile politely and say, "That's nice, honey," then pivot back to Chloe. Anyway, Chloe's firm is talking about sending her to New York for a big case. Every compliment in that house had Chloe's name on it. Every story ended with something she did, something she won, something she planned to do. Meanwhile, I'd been working since I was a teenager, paying for my own tuition, taking on part-time jobs while Chloe focused on debate tournaments and summer programs my parents were proud to post on Facebook. My achievements never made it out of the kitchen. What really hurt wasn't just the comparisons. It was the way my parents acted like my life didn't require effort, like my stability didn't count because it wasn't flashy. "You're fine, Lena," they'd say, like that was supposed to be comforting. But fine started to sound like forgettable. Has anyone ever made you feel like that? Like you're only allowed to exist in the shadow so someone else can shine? I told myself I was keeping the peace. That's what I repeated every time I swallowed an insult or laughed off a backhanded comment. It's not worth fighting over. It's just one dinner. They don't mean it like that. But every Friday, I drove home feeling smaller. I would sit alone in my apartment afterward, lights low, TV on in the background, scrolling through my bank app or work emails because numbers made more sense than my own family. If you're still listening, maybe you see a piece of yourself in this. Maybe you've been the responsible one, the reliable one, the one nobody claps for. If so, do me a favor. Drop a comment and let me know I'm not crazy. Because for years, I thought I was overreacting. I thought this is just how families are. Turns out mine was about to take that hurt to a level I didn't even know was possible. The thing about being the quiet one is that people start to assume you'll just keep taking it. They assume you'll always say yes, always absorb the blow, always bend first. That's how my parents treated me when the money problems started. They didn't sit me down like an equal and explain. They called me late one night, voices low, like they were trying not to wake up the version of themselves that still had pride. "Lena, it's just this month," my mom said. "The bank messed something up with the mortgage notice. We don't want anyone to worry. Can you help us cover it? Just this once. Don't tell anyone, okay?" Just this once turned into 3 years. Every month on the 15th, I watched a huge chunk of my paycheck vanish into a house I didn't live in, for parents who still treated me like a supporting character. I cut back on everything. No vacations, no new car, no grad school classes I'd been saving for. I said no to trips with friends. I cooked cheap meals at home. While Chloe posted pictures from Napa and Miami and some girls' trip in Cabo, I was sitting at my kitchen table with my laptop open, transferring money to stop my parents' house from going into default. And I did it silently, because they asked me not to tell anyone, because I thought that's what good daughters do, because I thought, maybe if I carry this for them, they'll finally see me. Maybe I'll stop feeling like the invisible one. Fast forward to that Friday dinner, the one where everything finally cracked. I remember walking in and immediately feeling it in the air. My mom was extra tense at the stove, stirring the same pot twice like she needed something to do with her hands. My dad kept clearing his throat the way he does when he's about to make a big announcement. Chloe was scrolling on her phone, smiling like she was already waiting for her spotlight. We sit down. Same plates, same napkins, same script. My mom opens with, "Chloe's firm might send her to speak at a conference. They really value her." My dad jumps in. "She helped us sort out some mortgage paperwork last month." Honestly, she's such a blessing to this family. I froze. Mortgage paperwork. Blessing. Those words hit harder than any insult. 3 years of payments, 3 years of sacrifice, and they were handing her the hero role for glancing at a stack of papers. I tried to breathe. I tried to let it go like I always did. But then, my mom looked at me, really looked at me, with this sharp, judging expression, and she went in for the kill. "Lena, you're doing fine, but you're not even half the woman your sister is. She actually changes lives." That line, it didn't just sting, it set something on fire. I heard my chair scrape back before I even realized I was standing up. The room went quiet. My dad looked up, confused like he'd forgotten I had legs. Chloe's smile slipped, just a little. I looked straight at my mom and said, calm as I could, "Cool, then Chloe can start paying your mortgage." You know that moment in movies when the record scratches and everything stops? That's what it felt like. My dad whispered, "Mortgage? What mortgage?" His face went pale. For a second, I almost felt bad. Almost. Then I remembered every payment, every just this month message, every sacrifice I made while they praised my sister. "The mortgage I've been paying for 3 years, I said. "Every month, quietly, while you all pretended Chloe saved the day because she skimmed some paperwork." My mom's face tightened. "Lena, don't be dramatic. We never asked you to—" "Yes, you did," I cut in. My voice was shaking, but I didn't back down. "You begged me. Just this once. Don't let the bank send a notice. Don't tell anyone. I have the transfers. I have the bills. I have every single receipt." My dad muttered, "This isn't appropriate dinner conversation." That's when I realized it wasn't that they were ashamed of what they'd done. They were ashamed I finally said it out loud. That night, after I walked out, I went home, opened my laptop, and canceled the auto payment. One click. "Are you sure?" the screen asked. For the first time in my life, I was. If you've ever carried someone else's secret, someone else's debt, and still got treated like you don't measure up, hit like on this video so I know I'm not alone. Because trust me, this is where things should have ended. But my family managed to make it even worse. Canceling that payment should have been the end of it. I thought, okay, I finally stood up for myself. I stopped bleeding money into a house I don't live in. Now things can just fade out. I honestly believed the worst was over. I was wrong. A couple weeks later, I got a text from my parents' elderly neighbor, Mrs. Jenkins. She's the type who notices everything. This time, she sent me a picture of my parents' house with a giant banner stretched across the front. "Congratulations, Chloe, for saving the family home." I stared at that banner like it was a joke. Chloe, the savior. Chloe, the hero. Chloe, the one who saved the house I had quietly paid for month after month. I didn't cry. I just went cold. Have you ever been hurt so deeply your body skips straight to numb? That numbness is what made me pull out every printed bill, every email, every bank receipt from those 3 years. I laid them out on my table, month after month of my life in black and white. That's when my friend Mia called. Her voice was shaky. "Lena, your parents are planning a family appreciation dinner downtown. They asked me to help with a slideshow." "Let me guess," I said. "It's a Chloe show?" "It's worse," she whispered. "They want to honor her for keeping the house. They're calling her the anchor of the family." I actually laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was insane. "Send me the file," I told her. The slideshow was a full-on rewrite of history. Photos of Chloe posing in front of the house, my parents hugging her, Chloe pretending to read mortgage papers. Captions like, "Thank you for protecting our home when times were tough." You'd think she'd sold a kidney the way they framed it. Something in me snapped into focus. I made a copy of the slideshow and started editing. After their last dramatic picture, I added a slide. A simple bar chart showing 3 years of mortgage payments, each bar labeled with my name. Then I added screenshots of my mom's late-night messages. I blurred account details, but every "just this once and please don't tell anyone" was clear. The final slide was a photo of the house with one sentence: "The truth deserves a place too." I saved it and put it on a USB drive in my bag. I wasn't trying to be cruel, I was just done being erased. Call it revenge if you want. To me, it felt like survival. The night of the dinner, I walked into this fancy restaurant. Soft lights, white tablecloths, a little projector set up at the front. From the hallway, I heard my dad on the mic. "We're here to honor our daughter Chloe, who stepped up when our family needed her most, who kept our home from slipping away." I slipped in just as the slideshow started. First came the staged photos, the fake captions, people nodding along. Then the screen flicked to my slide. Bars, dates, amounts. My name over and over again. The room went dead quiet. My mom's hand flew to her mouth. My dad froze. Chloe's smile evaporated. Whispers started at the back tables. I stepped forward. "If the truth makes anyone uncomfortable," I said, "that's not my problem." I walked toward the screen, my voice steady. For 3 years, I paid the mortgage on that house. Not once. Every month. Quietly, while you all told this cute little story about Chloe saving the day. My dad hissed, "Lena, sit down. We'll talk about this outside." "No," I said. "You wanted an audience for your version? You can have an audience for the truth too." Chloe's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't ask them to do this. I thought..." "You thought nothing," I said. "You liked being the hero in a story you didn't earn." My mom tried. "We didn't want to embarrass you." "By telling the truth?" I laughed. "No, you just wanted to erase me and hope I kept paying quietly." I didn't stay much longer. I told them I didn't want the house, didn't want the banner, didn't want the fake narrative. I just refused to disappear again. Walking out of that restaurant, my hands were shaking. But for once, it wasn't from fear. It was from finally choosing myself. If you've ever been written out of your own story or watched someone else wear your hard work like a costume, share this, hit like, and tell me in the comments what you would have done. Because honestly, I still replay that night and wonder if I went too far or if that was the first time I finally went far enough for me. After that dinner, I kept asking myself the same question over and over. Did I go too far? Am I in the wrong? 2 days later, my parents showed up at my new place. For the first time in my life, they walked into a home that was fully mine. No shared mortgage, no hidden payments, just my couch, my plants, my name on the lease. They apologized. They admitted they let the story get twisted. They offered to put my name on the house as some kind of thank you. And standing there, listening to them, I realized something huge. I didn't want the house. I wanted respect. I wanted honesty. I wanted to exist in my own family without having to bleed for it in secret. So I told them calmly, I'm not angry anymore, but I'm done disappearing. If we fix anything, it has to start there. Here's what I learned. Silence doesn't make you kind. It makes you invisible. Setting a boundary doesn't make you cruel, it makes you real. So tell me honestly, if you were in my place, would you have done the same thing? Or do you think I crossed a line? Am I in the wrong? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this with someone who needs courage. And if my story hit you even a little, you know what to do.